What is up, folks? Now, while it did not seem like it, your boy's been gone for actually a week. I haven't made a video in a week, and we just got home, landed yesterday, got home around 10 or 11 p.m., and here we are today, and we're gonna talk about some stuff. This is pretty much gonna be an addition of this video right here that I posted stating all my anxieties and worries that I had when I was leaving for vacation. And now we're home, and pretty much everything that I worried about came true. Yeah, so, let's talk about it. Let's talk about all the shit that went wrong while I was gone. Warning, Dakota's gonna be very upset in this video. I'm very, oh man, I'm very upset about this, and you're gonna see me progressively get more and more upset as this video progresses, because I saw everything that went wrong last night, everything that was wrong. Well, bad stuff, very bad stuff. Oh, Marbles. Marbles missed us so much. She's just brushing up against me. She makes me feel a little better. Yeah, but as I see the stuff over again, you're gonna see me get more and more upset. That's just a thing. Okay, stop number one. Now let me get away from the light. Stop number one, where we're gonna be taking, is going to be the ball pythons. Now, as the title presents, I'm not gonna try to clickbait you guys and hold it to the last video. We're talking about it right now. My ball pythons went missing. Now, this wasn't inherently the sitter's fault because, okay, so I ended up upgrading the thermostat from the Jumpstart to the 200D VE electronics, and when I put the probe in, I didn't put the I didn't screw the back panel back in place. You can see they duct taped it. I didn't screw the back panel back in place, so I forgot to mention that. I never to like push the tubs all the way through. I keep them like pretty much right here, maybe a little bit of a gap, and they didn't do that, and so eventually the ball pythons ended up slithering out. So inherently, that's not her fault. I'm not like ill wishes because of that. So we got 3 ball pythons up. Renee found 2, we were still missing 1, and I found that one this morning before I was making this video, and well, let's roll that clip, let's roll it. Okay, intermission. While feeding the birds this morning before making this video about the missing snake, I found him. Jesus Christ, dude, that's like, out of all the places to go to, this is the worst place. Oh my god, don't bite me. Oh, by the way, ball pythons aren't arboreal, folks. Oh, jeez. Yeah, he's in there. Hang on. Got him. Now I need to do a full clean of that and scrub everything, making sure that he didn't leave behind any harmful stuff for the bird. I have my reptiles and my birds pretty sectioned off, and it's amazing that this little thing could climb out of 2 rooms through the hallway and decided to get into the cage where the bird food is. I just, ball pythons, man. Worst place ever for a snake to go. And that's where they choose. They always choose the weirdest spot. Luckily, Dante didn't react at all. Like, usually he would have, like, screamed, and I would have heard it and went there, but, like, no reaction whatsoever. And the snake was just chilling in his food bowl. I don't know how either of them were not harmed. That boggles me. That's a stroke of luck. I'm real glad about that. But, yeah, that is all our snakes are found. However, there is another problem with it. Screwing this back panel back into place, the probe actually got flipped off. It was on the ground. I came up and it was kind of like right here where this dirty floor is. And so what happens when a probe isn't on the heat mat, the heat tape goes up and up and up to 100% because it wants to categorize what this temperature is, of course, being 87 degrees. Told him to like check out for the thermostats, make sure that it's at 87 degrees. If the thermostat's reading 70 to 69 degrees, and yet when you pull open the tub, it's hot, it's very hot, that should be a warning bell, but it wasn't to them, so I came into it looking like that. Now, lucky enough for me, it was only for about 24 hours. It was hot. It was very hot. I will say that. Opening this tub, you can immediately feel the heat, but all the snakes are okay. We don't have any problems. All of them are good. I think this one actually is just going through. Yeah, this one has a little bit of stuck shed. Luckily, especially we found this little boy who's about to go up for sale. I believe it's a boy, but yeah, look how big this one is compared to the other ones. This guy's absolutely awesome. He's crushing meals. Just got to get him transferred to frozen thawed, and then we can switch him up to the on sale part. Yeah, gripe number 1 is that the thermostat was left off. If this would have happened on like a Tuesday and it was left off for multiple days at a time, this definitely would have killed every single snake in this rack system. it's like really easy to tell. Obviously you can see there's a lot of condensation. Stuff gets really moist, and when you open it, this shouldn't read 69 degrees, and when you open a tub, it's hot. Like, you can feel the heat coming out of the ambient heating is increased so much because of how hot that hot spot is. So, luckily everything's okay. We caught all the snakes that were out, and we fixed that, so they're all good, but there's still a lot more stuff. Oh wow, I'm so sorry. There's still a lot more stuff to talk about. All right, heading over into this room. There are gripes, there are complaints, there are things that makes me angry. It was pretty specific. If you see condensation, make sure that it's chill. Just wipe it off. It's not a huge thing. Actually, this snake is hungry, so I don't want to. A lot of these were wet. It was really like this one as well. Yeah, like this is wet. You can see condensation, so what happens, this is another snake. This is actually my caramel albino that wants to lay my eggs, but still has yet to lay my eggs. However, look, this is all wet. This is probably all condensated up top. Yep, it's all wet. Really annoying stuff. My biggest complaint is the geckos, and it was going on with the geckos. Yeah, this is when I start getting really upset. Look at that. Like, hang on, let's take some of these out. How absolutely disgusting this is. There's literally mold, poop that's molding, mold, food, there's fruit, fungus gnats everywhere, and it's so wet. I don't understand. Like, this is soggy. This is a soggy paper towel. I don't understand why you would, oh my god, oh Jesus. Those are all maggot. Oh my god. Look. Like, what? Dude, come on! Look at this. Does this look appropriate? Like, would you look inside one of these enclosures if you're house sitting and be like, oh yeah, there's mold in the enclosure. Hang on, Marbles, I'm talking. There's mold in this thing, but it should be fine. Let's just keep it going. Let's drench the entire enclosure. Fine misting. I don't know if misting is something that's not in everybody's dictionary, but a misting does not equal soaking the bin to the point where it is molding. Even the worst one, this is the one that really got me upset. I mean, oh my poor girl. Come here, babies. How are your feet looking? Yeah, her feet are gross. They've got gunk on them now. She definitely needs a soak. Oh my gosh, she's sitting in that, dude. Dude, look at this. The food is moving, like, are you serious? Like, do you seriously take a look at this and you're like, oh yeah, this is fine. Literally, the food has maggots in it, but it's all good. Like, what the heck, man? Look how gross that is. Does any self-respecting animal lover, like, just take a look at this? Like, look at, there's mold growing. We got mold on the branches. We got mold over here. Like, does anyone just take a look? Because these were finessed and clean to the bone. They were 100% spotless when I left. And now I take a look at this, and I just... It's disgusting. And how anyone just leaves it like this is absolutely... There is no excuse for leaving something that looks like this and thinking, yeah, it's fine. It's literally a front. This is what you see from the front. You see all of this gunk, all of this mold, this poop, there's fungus, there's powdered mold. It's drenched. Like, why would anyone keep an animal like this? Like, why would you take care of my animals like this? Bare minimum is what I asked, and I couldn't even get that. This is the part where I get really upset, and we're not even, like, halfway done. Okay, so every enclosure in here is absolutely drenched. You can see how wet this paper towel is. This... I actually went into great detail with the babies, because the babies are my worry. I said, do one of these. 1, 2, done. Spread it across the entire thing, get the walls wet, everything like that. How do you take that and spray it 17 times twice a day? Like, look at how gross that is, dude. Why do you think that? Do you think they're gonna live on soggy, molding paper towels? Are you like, yeah, man, that's how Dakota likes it, just like that? No, that's definitely not how I like it, dude. What the? Here's my cave gecko baby, the baby that I already had sold and needs to be in 100% perfect health. This is water. This is just literally, there is a layer of water down here, and they just thought that was okay. So I need to take out, oh, look how saturated this is, dude. What the actual fuck were they thinking? Like, literally, you think like having a fucking layer of water in saturated moss is how I wanted it? I said a misting, not absolutely soaking the enclosure. If this animal would have perished or has any negative effects, that's on me, dude. This animal's already on hold and sold, and now I have to explain to the keeper what's going on because I couldn't get competent help for a week while I was gone. It's pretty much all the things I'm insanely irritated with right now. You can actually... Jesus Christ. We have to move the cave geckos. The thermostat short-circuited. I don't know what's going on, but it wasn't heating up, and so all of these eggs were really cold. I moved them over to the reptile room where it's a little bit warmer. However, I don't know, man. Those eggs were like cold to the touch, and so I don't know if they didn't make it, if they are gonna make it. I'm not 100% sure on that. That's not necessarily on the sitter's fault. But it's just one of those things where, like, if I was there, I would have caught it and I would have taken care of it, but I wasn't. I was on vacation, and now my bird's yelling at me. I was on vacation, I missed it, and now that is like 12 gecko babies that might not make it because of that. What's the 411 for shizzle? Why you keep screaming, huh? You want to be on camera? Is that it? You want to be on the camera show? Yeah? Well, he's doing the foot thing like he wants to be on the camera show. Look, you're on TV. You're on TV! Woo! Yeah, he's cute. That's a cute bird. He's gonna yell throughout the thing. He misses me. They want to come out, and we'll let him out right after this. Quince looks good. These guys look good. Another thing, the rats. The rats are another, like, giant concern of mine. Number one, it absolutely reeks in here. Like, walking into the house, you can just smell the ammonia. And I had all these windows open, too, with a fan blasting air out, but... oh my god, the smell is so bad. Okay, so while we were gone, we actually got a lot of babies. Hang on, let me move this down so I can... so she has babies over here. Let me try to zoom in. Okay, she has babies. She has babies, but now she's running around with the babies. So, they did exactly what I was thinking they were gonna do, and that was steal each other's babies. So we've got, like, I don't know, 20 babies in here. She had a giant litter. Let's see if you can, whoops. Let's see if you can see them. Yeah, a little bit better over here. Yeah, look at, that's just all babies, and then we have another little baby spot right here. So that's pretty cool. We have all those babies. If you come down here, you've got a whole little litter of babies right there with a couple of rats going on. These are all girls, and they're all laying on babies. She hasn't given birth yet, but she looks like she's about to. And then we got Big Mama down there, one of my OG breeders, and she also has a litter of babies. So we have 1, 2, 3, with another one about to pop, 4, 5 litters that came on while I was gone. If we come over here to the little bit of like a maternity ward, this is where I get upset again. So why these are so condensated, this isn't water. What this is ammonia buildup that has just been left, and it's now so wet that it's condensating the entire enclosure. The enclosure is completely covered with ammonia. When you open up one of these enclosures, it hits you. It hits you like a wall of just, like you have to go back. Hey, we're filming. God. For however long amount of time, my birds are... All right, he needs a timeout, hang on. There we go, we got him partly covered. With birds, whenever they scream, you don't want to encourage that behavior, and by screaming at them back or saying anything, they're gonna realize that they get some sort of reward, they get that interaction that they're craving when they're screaming, so you want a negative consequence like shutting him out, making him be able not to see what's going on. This is just for a quick couple of minutes, and it just shows that, like, if he does scream, he doesn't get that interaction, he actually gets even worse interaction by being closed off. Anyway, yeah, all my rats are in soaking aspen, and it's just gross, and I'm sure they're gonna be sneezing, coughing here in a bit. We're gonna remove this right when we're done with this video, but that is just gross to see. It's like, I know I told them that just to make sure, especially you did it on Tuesday, but it's again one of those things, like if you see this, like if you see this right here, this absolutely soaked enclosure, which it's not water, it's rat urine. And when you see that and you don't think, yeah, man, I should probably change this because it's definitely not good for the animals. Like, how does someone not make that correlation? How do you not have that cognitive ability to just the simple problem solving of like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't leave these rats in an enclosed space of ammonia-soaked bedding. Maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe the owners, when they get home, don't want to see their rats taken care like this. Maybe, I don't know, maybe that's just a thing. Here's an old boy for you. Old rat boy. That's pretty much all the complaints over here. Bun buns are okay. Bun buns are looking good, so that's always cool. Actually, I'm gonna take that blanket off and we're gonna head over to the reptile building where the most annoying thing of the annoying things really gets my blood going. I'm already mentally exhausted. Like, just thinking about all the work I have to do to get this place straightened up is exhausting. Yeah, let me go do that. We'll do a quick cut jump to the building. Okie dokie, just got everything turned on, then I walked downstairs to make it look more cinematic. We're coming upstairs down to the building where, again, it's just gripes and gripes of stuff that went wrong that I wish I never left to, because I didn't want to come home to this, dude. I don't know, man. I had a really great time. We'll talk about it. I might do a live stream later this week talking about all the fun stuff, but at the end, it's like, it's almost not worth it when I have to come home to this and seeing how my animals were treated during this time, because it's sad, it's gross. It makes me upset. Like, I'm physically, my heart hurts right now with seeing how things were done and how the animals were treated while I was away. Okay, so a big thing is the Toaki geckos. Just look at that. It's absolutely drenched. I mean, literally water is coming down. Look, there's a layer of water, and of course, like, the crickets are dying, it's so bad. So that egg's bad now. That one didn't make it. This is just covered in mold. This never had mold on it. This gecko looks really bad. Like, look, you can see her. I don't know what was going on. We're gonna have to take her in now because I have no idea. Like, just, this animal didn't look like this when I left. You can see its ribs, its spine is, oh, Jesus Christ. Its spine is overplaced. It's like visible. This animal didn't look like this when I left, and I'm not too sure what's going on. But of course, with all this mold, we have this little egg, which is probably dead as well because it's fucking just molding everything in the surrounding area. So it's probably gonna get into the egg and then destroy the egg itself and the embryo. All good stuff. Very excited about this. So sorry, folks. I believe we only have 2 Toaki geckos that are going to be available because of this. We had 2 more eggs. I believe there's actually 2 in there, so we had 3 eggs, but these just aren't going to make it whatsoever. Pretty much every enclosure looks like this. It's just riddled with fucking mold and fungus, and just, it's absolutely drenched. You can see in there, absolutely drenched. Drenched. Just saw a baby. Oh yeah, if you can, the babies are still alive. Both of them are just chilling with mom, so that's pretty cool, I guess. You get the pattern. Drenched, drenched, drenched. Literally everything in the Toaki's enclosures are like petrified, they're molded, and they're full of fungus now. And that just really makes me upset. Like, no, not even like getting pissed, I'm just, I don't know why people would, I don't know why anyone would treat animals like that. Like, I don't know why anyone would see fungus and mold protruding from items and they just like leave it like that and continue doing what they're doing. It's just, I don't know, it's really upsetting, man. Like, honestly, I don't have words with like how upset I am about this. Yeah, that's about it. The monitors are good, but the monitors are tanks. Here's my little Largus girl who is looking kind of Gravid again. I might put a laybox in there. You guys, do I have her on? Here she's on. Oh, she's looking pretty, whoops, she's looking pretty round in the belly, so she might have some eggs for me here, which will be awesome. We're gonna kick feed her. We'll probably start daily feeding her to get those pounds on to see, make sure she has enough fat to lay another. So, yeah, not a happy video. Very upset video. A video that, just makes me sad. I don't know. I'm distraught, I guess. not doing good. I'm not feeling good right now. Coming back and seeing my animals like this is not fun. Okay, yeah, she's definitely gravid. Okay, look how big her belly is, and then you can see, hang on, let me... Okay, so clear sign for when an Argus monitor is gravid is right there, right behind her hips. That tail, you see how it indents like that? That means she's right now taking fat storages from her tail and using that as fuel or as fat, extra energy to produce these eggs. So that is wicked cool to see, and we will definitely have to keep track on that and see what happens with this. I'm gonna put another lay box in here to make sure she has enough soil to dig, and hopefully we can actually get a correct clutch, because the male's not in with her currently, so if she does lay, male ain't gonna eat the clutch like last time. Yeah, so this is like reasons, everyone's like, oh, you need to take some time off, and everyone, you know, like, I know like Renee wants to go on vacation and stuff, and I get it, but like at the same time, this is why I absolutely hate leaving my collection, because I've yet to find someone that actually takes decent care of my animals. And I understand it's a daunting task, it's a lot of animals. Just tell me it's too much work. That's fine, we'll find someone else, or maybe we just won't go until we find someone else. But the fact of the matter is saying that they can handle this and then they come in here and this is the job they do it's gross. It's gross. It costs a lot of money too. Like, another thing why I wish I was gone, my Argus monitor is gravid, and you can see she's losing some weight and some fat storage in that tail, and so that's something that if I would have caught earlier, like last week, I could have been able to start gut feeding her and power feeding her, making sure she has enough going on. So I don't know, we're gonna feed her daily, we're gonna power feed her, making sure that she has all the nutrients and fat that she needs in order to produce these eggs, and hopefully everything goes right. Yeah, so like with all that being said, I don't think I will ever take another vacation until we move. And then I know people in North Carolina, that's the funny thing. We'll talk a lot more about that in the live stream. I know people in North Carolina now that are actually pretty close to where I'm planning on moving, so they could take care of my reptiles, because I know they take excellent care. I actually saw some people's collections. If you want to see that, you can check that out on Patreon, patreon.com. It's right down there in the description. You can see their collection. They have amazing stuff going on. Big Nile monitors, iguanas, cobras, rattlesnakes, things like that. I know, and I saw the love in that man's eye when he takes care of his collection. I know my stuff would be safe with him. And it wouldn't do this. Like, is misting like a vague term or something? Like, because when I say mist, I mean... Yeah, my presentation's ruined. Like that, just a mist. A misting. Not drenched. Don't give them a goddamn shower. It's not a goddamn tropical rainstorm. It's a mist. It's a fine dew in the morning. So now I have a bunch of stuff to do. I need to clean out all the ball pythons because their enclosures are condensated. I need to wipe everything down and get everything dried off. I need to, I guess, remove all the tape and remove the substrate. I don't have substrate on me, so I'm gonna have to wait until we get some more cocoa blocks. I'll probably end up just giving them paper towels for right now. I need to do all of the crested geckos. All the crested geckos are disgusting. I need to change out the Chinese cave gecko enclosure, because that literally just has a layer of water in it. We need to change all of the rat bedding is bad. The maternity ward needs to be scrubbed clean and then changed. A lot of stuff, an absolute buttload of stuff needs to be done. That's the thing, man. Like, I go on vacation, so like you get back and you can like take the time to relax, but that's not what's happening today. What's happening today is me correcting all of the mistakes that the sitter made while I was away, and that's just like, that's real crappy, man. That's just real crappy. Like, at this point, I think the animals just would have been better if I just, like the geckos and everything, I think it would have been better if I just left them alone, said like, don't touch the geckos. Would have been slightly dehydrated, but a week, 6 days, wouldn't have been that long. I honestly, like from the bottom of my heart, I think literally not having anyone look after them would have been better than what this person did. Of course, it's not all bad. Most of the animals are okay. Argus monitors, tegus, everything like that are fine. The big Toakis are all good, and the other, why is this? These enclosures are drenched. The other enclosures are dry. What, how? I don't know. I don't know how people do this, I really don't. But yeah, they're all good, and that's fine, but like, there's way too many mistakes that made me feel comfortable in like, thinking this was a good idea to ever do this in the first place. Oh, snapshot of the quince swimming. She likes to hide in there, or he likes to hide in there. Look how he curls his tail underneath. And then there's just like muck that needs to be cleaned out. Cool little... Okay, folks, and there you have it. Why Dakota will never take a vacation ever again until I find competent help, because this definitely was not it. This did not do it, and I'm just glad to be home. I can take care of my collection. I probably need like 3 days, but everything's gonna get back to normal. Everyone's gonna be okay. Nothing perished. Nothing died, so that's good. We did get one new gecko. We got one new cookie gecko. That'll be on Patreon as well before I show it off on here. But yeah, that's it. No other stuff. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I plugged Patreon enough. That's gonna do it. All right, folks. I have a lot of work that needs to be done now. So that's cool. Very happy. All right, I'll see you guys later.